There's a concept in cognitive psychology. It says this: human beings, you and I, we don't perform at our full potential. We haven't done it in the past. We're not doing it right now. Do you know what we're performing at? Is a belief level. And if you're able to elevate your belief level, performance will follow. If you're able to elevate your team's belief level, performance will follow. If you're able to elevate an organization or a customer's belief level, success will follow. So how do you do that? How do you elevate a belief level? Well, I started thinking about it, and I said, you know, when does that make sense? I mean, how can we take it out of this theoretical academic concept and actually make it real? And I thought back to the first flight I had as a Blue Angel. My first flight. Actually, I was a newbie. For 6 weeks, you are there as a newbie, and you're there to listen and learn, because you're able to be brought into a culture. You see, the Blue Angels operate different than any other squadron or organization in the world. But that difference makes the difference. So I'm sitting there and I'm observing, and I'm watching these processes like the brief and the debrief. And all of a sudden, the boss walks up to me one day, and he goes, "Hey, Gucci, you want to go fly today?" Gucci's my call sign. All Navy pilots get call signs, and you don't get to pick it. And if you like it, it doesn't stick. That's why mine stuck. But he goes, "Gucci, you want to go flying today?" And I'm going, "Flying, yeah." Now, what he meant was they were going to give me a ride. See, they're going to put me in the back seat of the number 7 jet. It's a 2-seat airplane. So there I am sitting in the back of this F-18. Now, I've got thousands of hours in the F-18. I was an instructor pilot, teaching people not only how to fly the airplane, but how to actually operate it at a very, very high level. And I remember taxiing out, and I got my arms on the canopy because I'm trying to act cool, which was a mistake. And I look over and I go, we got a problem. You see, there was 4 jets on the runway. Blue Angels take off with 4 airplanes on the runway, and our wings were overlapped. Now, I've been, like I said, been an instructor pilot, kind of did a few thousand takeoffs, and I realized you get a flat tire going 100 miles an hour, a lot happens. And there's going to be a lot of metal on this runway real quick, you know? But I said, no, I have a certain belief level. I'm going to make it. Now, luckily, I wasn't flying the airplane that day, because what happened was this. The pilot selects full afterburner. I get knocked back in my seat. We're taxiing down the runway. 100 miles an hour go by, no flat tire, thank you. About 160 miles an hour, we get airborne. The pilot does this violent left wing down. We go slicing underneath the wingtip of the number 2 jet, which is right there in front of me. Next thing I know, I'm tucked in underneath the afterburners of the boss. Now, you know how loud those jets are when they go overhead? Can you imagine being 36 inches underneath these afterburners? The flames are coming out. I mean, the airplane is shaking. There's metal all around me, and these guys start going straight up. My eyes got this big. I mean, my reaction, I grabbed the ejection handle. I really did. I looked around, and you know the thought that went through my mind was, how am I going to do this? How am I going to operate at this level? You see, this team, this group of individuals was operating at a whole new level. What they were telling me that day, that second, the concept of belief levels became real. Because what they told me was, John Foley, if you want to play in this game, you need to increase your performance 300%. 300%. But my question to you is, where are you operating? Right now. Where's your belief level? Are you at 100 feet? Are you at 10 feet like I was? And what is it going to take internally to get to 36 inches in your world, in your organization? And what are the processes and the people that are going to have to come together to make that happen?